What's up, bro? Welcome to a new episode of Bleed Black and Gold. As you know, I am the host, Brandon Janeau, and like always, on all podcast platforms everywhere, Brandon Janeau Show on social media platforms everywhere, like Facebook, Threads, Instagram, and TikTok, Brandon Janeau Show. But more importantly, man, YouTube channel, Brandon Janeau Show, man. Um, let's get into it, man. So Sunday is here, which means a new episode of Bleed Black and Gold, which means the Saints played. And depending on, you can hear it already. You've known me now for a long time. It's been 10 weeks. You can hear by the sound of my voice. Yeah, the Saints lost. Snapping a two-game winning streak today. We lost 27 to 18 to the Minnesota Vikings. Um, what is my thoughts on this game? It's funny how now we're at a bye week because this game is literally what our season has been, pretty much the antithesis of our season, pretty much. Uh, the first half, our offense didn't do shit, and our defense couldn't stop a running quarterback to save their fucking lives. And then the second half comes, the offense scores, and the defense is stopping the offense of the Minnesota Vikings. So it's pretty much like the whole season has been. Um, Seriously though, man, this is the worst I've seen the defense play. And again, they this is the worst half I've seen the defense have since like Tampa. Like like the Green Bay second half was bad because the offense just could not score and couldn't move the ball at all in that second half of that Green Bay game, so the defense got tired. But this was the at the in the first half of that game, the second quarter is the one that just did us in. The offense wasn't scoring, which means the defense had to get back on the field too many times. And the Vikings, again, using the fact that Josh Dobbs, again, is a running quarterback. The funniest part about this, the whole scouting report this whole week for the Saints, even the broadcast was saying it. The team kept saying, do not let Josh Dobbs go to his right. Do not let Josh Dobbs go to the right. Don't let Josh Dobbs escape the pocket to the right because if he escapes the pocket to the right, he's going to hurt you. Well, guess what? He escaped the pocket to the right, and he was fucking us up. And he also escaped the pocket to the left. See, he isn't just a right-hander. He can do the left hand too. He killed us in this fucking half. That second quarter was pretty much a microscope of what the fuck the whole damn Saints team is sometimes in these seasons. And yeah, man. The second half, like always, the defense showed the fuck up. The second half, the defense played better. They stopped the Josh Dobbs runs. Um, T.J. Hawkinson was getting banged up in the first half. Who, by the way, in the second quarter, he literally had like 10 fucking receptions in the second quarter by himself. That was by itself was just bad. Um, it was fun while it lasted last week. Like I said last week when I watched the Bears game, only two penalties. The entire team only had two fucking penalties, and the first penalty came late in the game. Well, that was not the case in this game. I think we had like maybe like 8 or 9, maybe 10 penalties in this game, close to 100 yards, yardage in those penalties. So back to being undisciplined as a son of a bitch. A lot of legal touching, a lot of stupid shit. The offense was also doing it to themselves, getting themselves in penalties. When we would move forward, they would move backwards. It was just really bad. One play in particular, when Chris Olave catches this pass in the game, it's like I think 18-27. Chris Olave catches this pass and gets us 20 yards, and then it was a penalty. It was a penalty. I think it was the fuck they call that penalty on? It was something. They said it was holding, I think. Some shit they gave us. They said we had done. Oh, they said it was all sides over Shah Shahid. Say he lined up all sides. So it pushed us back. So, which negated like a 20-yard catch for Chris Olave. Speaking of this game, man, unlike the Green Bay game, Derek Carr got injured in the second half. And when I say unlike the Green Bay game, we had to start moving the ball. We had to just go into the offense and start winning and start throwing the ball. James Winston came in, first drive, he comes in, 3 plays, 34 yards, and a touchdown to Chris Olave. And that's great. But then it's James fucking Winston. So, of course, the next 5 throws he tries to do is all incompletions. Super high or, you know, super high up, can't really catch the ball, putting it to getting it away from where the receiver could get it. It was just a really bad next couple drops for Jameis Winston. Now here's the thing: people on social media, I know ex Saints fans, like I say all the time, my family is this way. Jameis Winston is going to have plays where he makes, and you're like, yes, finally, that throw to Chris Olave in the back of the end zone for the first touchdown, amazing throw, amazing catch, amazing throw, amazing everything. I can't knock it. That was a really good play. The second touchdown to A.T. Perry, who's finally gotten his shine. Great throw. But I'm not like y'all. I'm not delusional. Jameis Winston is the only quarterback in the history of football to have a 30 for 30 season. 30 touchdowns, 30 interceptions. Also, by the way, that season he also threw for 5,000 yards passing. That's what he is. He's a cognizant of what that is. Yes, he's going to have some throws where he's going to make some big plays. He's going to throw the ball down the field. He's going to help you out. He's going to do exactly what you need him to do. But then he's going to also throw the ball in fucking conditions and situations where your ass should not be fit that ball in. That it should not be a throw you should be making. I know people that are like, and this is the thing, when the starter isn't great, you want the backup to step up and you want the backup to play. You want the backup to do it. But let's be 100% honest. Jameis Winston cannot lead us to a fucking Super Bowl. And I'm not saying Derek Carr can either. Derek Carr cannot either. But to sit up here and now say, see, this is what I've been telling you. The moment Jameis starts, listen, Jameis had a game last year when he was a starter in Atlanta, and our offense looked absolutely terrible for 3 quarters. And then out of nowhere, we started throwing the ball, started scoring, came back in the game. Awesome. Then next week, the next couple of weeks, week 2, Jameis didn't do shit. Week 3, I think he got injured and never got his job back. As much as people want to sit up here and create this narrative in their heads, the coaching staff sees this man every fucking week. The coaching staff watches this man in practice every fucking week. The coaching staff knows that hey man, it's only so much this guy can physically fucking do. Yes, can he throw the ball maybe 70 yards down the field with a spiral on it? Of course he can. Can he make that crucial throw that you need him to make? Fuck no. And that's what the fuck the Saints have always had a problem with. We cannot get a guy that could just be crucial when we need him to be the crucial quarterback. Derek Carr has made some throws this season, and this is what I've always said. Derek Carr has made some throws this season where he's fitted in the window when we needed him to make the play. Just make the fucking throw that I just to run the clock out or do whatever. Something else I had a really massive problem with in the second half was the fact that these dumbasses, again, we came back with like 11 minutes to go in a fucking game. All you had to do was run the ball. You didn't have to do a lot. You could have tired out the Vikings defense, at least try to make them tired, or at least make them come up and have to actually stop you. The fact that you didn't even try to run the ball when we were only down 8 points at that time, you could at least try to run Alvin. Hell, use Taysom Hill. Like, you could have tried to get other guys involved. You could have tried to get the running game moving. You didn't even try. And I'm feeling like, man, It's only so much Jameis can fucking do. Excuse me. There's only so much Jameis can do, bro. You cannot have Jameis come out there and say, hey, man, throw the ball down the field. That ain't his fucking game, man. He's gonna make way more mistakes than he makes completions, bro. And that was the dumbest thing. I don't know why particularly in those last couple of drives, the game went from trying to actually run and control clock and try to help this defense get some rest to let's throw the fucking ball all over the field. I just didn't understand that. I didn't fucking stand that. It was so stupid. It was so stupid. I didn't. Pete Carmichael does this shit every fucking time. You abandon the run. Why? I don't fucking know. Now a lot of people gonna say, but they try to run Alvin Kamara. No, fuck they didn't. The blitzes that the Vikings were doing in that first half, Alvin Kamara was finding them holes and he was cutting through them and he was going through it fast. Even if you can't run Alvin Kamara, you got Taysom Hill. You got Jamal Williams. You got other weapons on that team that you can use to get the running game going. This is the one thing about the Saints I've always said. When we are up, we run the ball. When we're down, we do not. You got to keep running the ball. And here's the thing. I can understand if we down and it's 5 minutes to go and we're down 8. Okay, throw the ball. But with 11 minutes left in the fucking fourth quarter and you not even trying to create balance and try to at least give Jameis Winston a chance to get his receivers open because those windows that were so fucking tight, the Vikings can easily play 3 down and 8 and everybody back because they already know you throwing a fucking ball. There's no hidden agenda to that. You're going to throw the ball. We know you're going to throw the ball. So why should we even try to blitz you? Why should we even try to bring pressure? And then when they did bring the pressure, James Wood, and I won't even say this is all on Jameis. A lot of them fucking catches were easy ass catches, and they just could not catch the fucking ball. The damn balls was hitting them niggas in the hands, and they were just dropping them bitches. I don't know why, but they were just dropping them. And I'm like, man, this shit is ridiculous. But there's only so much you can do. Like I said, Derek Carr got injured in the second half. He took a shot, and I saw people, being like, "Yeah, see, this is what happens when." Listen, man, the play that Derek Carr made sets up those 3 passes for Jameis Winston, which people don't want to admit, but he did. The fact that he stepped up in a pocket and took that type of hit and got, by the way, it was like a 3rd and 1. The craziest part about that was we still had to convert a 4th. So when Jameis got in the game, we didn't get the third. We didn't get that first down. Jameis had to literally go. We had to go for it on 4th down. That's what got us the first down. But if Derek Carr doesn't step up and make that throw because he knew, all right, time is of the essence. We gotta make a fucking play. We're backed up. We gotta make a play. We gotta make a play now. He steps up and gets fucking hit. He takes the hit and gets the completion. 3rd and 1. And then the next 4 plays, boom, 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 boom. Jameis down, do in a rhythm, and we get a touchdown, and people are showing love, and it's like, oh, see, this is what happens. But let's not get shit confused. Like I said, it's easy to love the backup when he comes in and does what Jameis did. That's amazing. Congratulations. But let's not get shit twisted. Jameis does that, but he also throws 2 fucking picks. And I'm not about to sit up here and act like he didn't also throw 2 fucking picks. And by the way, windows that his ass shouldn't have been throwing the ball in. The second pick, it didn't make any sense. Like he was literally he tried to step up. He didn't step up. He kind of like Jameis never steps up in the pocket, which pisses me off about him. And when he does step up in the pocket, he always gets hit. It's like, and I'm not saying like sometimes, but it's like he doesn't know how to step up in the pocket. Like I don't get, like it's oh my god, the sacks are not on him. But at the same time, man, you are so far back. I don't even know if you can see what the fuck you're trying to get. And that's the problem, man. And I know Saints fans are gonna be mad. And I know people already on social media being like, fire Dennis Allen, fire Pete Carmichael, fire this and fire that. Again, man, this was a cognizant of what our team is. That first half and that second half, the first half showed you exactly what the first half of the season had been for the Saints. For the first 8 to 9 games, 7 to 8 games, that offense didn't do shit. The defense had to stop something that they just are not remotely great at stopping. And I'm getting to the point now with this team where it's like, bro, if you're gonna play an athletic quarterback, have a spy. If you know Josh Dobbs runs the fucking ball right, the fact that you didn't have a quarterback spy, which I think they started to kind of do a little bit. Demario Davis was kind of more so in the more so watching Josh Dobbs more in the second half. But for me, man, I gotta, yeah, the game was a cognizant of what the off this season has been for the Saints. It literally was a cognizant of the first half of the season for the Saints. We're now 5-5. We're going to the bye week. Next week is a bye. Like I said, we're on our bye week. The week after that will be November November 26th is the next New Orleans Saints game. It will be in Atlanta. Atlanta right now is playing Arizona. It's 17-15. Atlanta up. Um, and to be honest with you, man, I think we got the division. I'm looking like me and my family were like me and my pops and brothers was talking about the teams we got left on our schedule, and only one team has technically a winning record, and that's Detroit. And Detroit's playing right now against the Chargers. So that is the only team we got left on our schedule that has a winning record, and we play them in New Orleans. So for the most part, man, we got literally. I know we got the Giants. I know we got the Rams on a Thursday night in LA still to come. I know we got the Giants. I think we played them in New York, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember. But for the most part, man, and Atlanta just scored. I mean, Arizona just scored, so it's now 20. They're probably gonna go for two, so 22-17. Arizona. So if Arizona wins, Tampa won today. Carolina, of course, lost on Thursday night. Um, we could still be the number one team in the AF and the NFC South, depending on what happens. Uh, yeah, depending on what happens in the yeah, depending on what happens and if with the Atlanta and Arizona game. If not, we both be 5-5 going into the bye weeks. Um, but like I said, in Atlanta, week 12. Yeah, week 12. Week 12, we play Atlanta in Atlanta, and after that, we got Detroit coming to us. So for the most part, man, um, yeah, I mean, listen, man. For the most part, man, the same. I know a lot of people are gonna be mad. Michael Thomas got banged up in this game. Marshawn Lattimore also left the game. A lot of injuries. This bye week could not have come in a better point and a better place of the season. Um, hopefully Mike isn't really that banged up. I know his knee. I think hopefully it's not something that continues to keep him out for a long time. Hopefully it's not on the same leg that his ankle's been like fucked up with. Maybe he gets better. Maybe he comes back in a couple weeks. Marshawn Lattimore also left the game. He got injured also in that game. I think it was his leg leg, something on his leg as well. I can't remember which part. I don't know if his knee, his ankle. Can't really tell, but he got carted off as well. Derek Carr, of course, got carted off. His shoulder got re-injured in this game. I don't know if it's going to re-aggravate or not, but we shall see. He also got concussed in this game. Um, yeah, for the most part, man. Um, the fight of the Saints, man. The second half, like I said, second half showed what the Saints have always been about. They got the fight in them, but they have times where they just do stupid shit, and that's just who they are. Um, it is what it is. The craziest thing about this is we only gave up 3 points in the second half. We gave up 3 points in the second half. The fucking Saints. What can I tell you? Anyway, Saints are now 5-5. Going into the bye week, like I said, November 26th, I will be back to do Bleed Black and Gold. Of course, the rivalry of the Saints, and that is the Atlanta Falcons. and possibly be for sole possession of the NFC South, depending on what happens next week with Tampa. But until next time, man, I am Brandon Janeau. This is Bleed Black and Gold. We lose. Snapping a 2-game winning streak. 5-5, bye week now. Hope you guys enjoy it like I am. Who that? Until next time, peace.